everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, go right down here, go in your settings and find your subscribe button and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you'll know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis. We all know what it is. It's that unrelenting B7 algorithm. I really, really would appreciate it. And right there, that's our join button. That is for our channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of our reading club, you will be supporting my little channel in growing and continuing to improve and all the above. And I will be so grateful for you for that support. All right, with all that said, let's get to the read. When I was putting the read together today, y'all know what I do. Y'all know how I do it. I be in these internet streets. And that's what I was doing today. I was in these internet streets. And I am telling you, I was on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, most of the day because I was monitoring all the pictures, all the new things that were coming out of New York with Prince Harry. So that is what our read is going to be about today. Just giving updates of what's going on, different articles that talk about what he did today. And I'm telling you, Harry was out in the New York streets being a boss that he is. That is why William folded. He folded because he only had that one event that he had made up, and it just could not compare to Harry. I bet you, oof, when I was watching today, I could not help but to think about what would William be thinking right now. And I don't like this whole compare and contrast, all this Harry versus William. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But this is the game that they choose to play, so we are playing it. And that's the way I feel about that. If they stop playing it, we'll stop playing it because it's not something that I enjoy. But hey, if that's what you're going to do, then okay, we can do it too. And so since we're doing it, I bet you these past few days probably have been nothing but torture for him. Because we have to admit it, William has something mentally going on. The way he is behaving, you know, like what we talked about yesterday, him and Kate looking to set up a charity in America to have an excuse to be over here. It is sociopathic behavior at its highest level. He is going to be the king of a whole country that needs him, that needs people to be working on their social ills. And why are you coming over to America, the richest country on the planet, to set up a charity? It does not make any sense to me, but yet and still here we are. So since they're playing that game, I'm gonna play that game too. I bet you he choked out by two or three butlers when he saw Harry being the boss that he is, especially on the Diana Awards, that panel. Harry was so good, and he was just so gracious to those winners of the Diana Awards and the CEO of the Diana Awards. She just seemed like she just fawns over Harry. I think now this is my opinion. When I see her with William, she is very standoffish with him. But her whole demeanor and attitudes change when she is in the presence of Harry. Harry has that way of putting people to, you know, at ease. And he has a ease about himself, his personality. William seemed like he got a stick up his butt. And it shows in his personality, and people respond to that. And I think that's what she responds to. But I digress. And like I said, that is what our read is going to be about. This week is all about Harry. And I found this on Twitter and I just thought, wow, it just says it all, doesn't it? All the pictures falling. Oh my goodness. Harry's in New York and he hit the ground running, didn't he? He was in New York on Sunday and we didn't even know it. I thought it was just going to kick off on Monday. Harry was saying, no, 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 no. I'm coming on Sunday because I got things to do. And he did. And I'll tell you, I want to talk a little bit about this and then I'll talk about Sunday. What about that security? New York came in with the security. That nonsense about that car chase, like it was before, New York said that's not going to happen no more. You're not going to bring your nonsense, Daily Mail, Daily Express, Mirror, with your on your scooters and your go-karts and your skateboards or whatever nonsense you own, chasing them. We're not having that no more. And I'm telling you, security was tight. They had dogs out. Mm. And you think that UP press one there, they was there thick as thieves, but they got nothing. They got Harry walking to the car. And I'm telling you, it was just great to watch. But it also reminds me what how lame his father and his brother is. That they would treat him like they do, especially about security. I can understand if you mad with somebody, but do you stop loving them and caring about their safety too? That's what I don't get. Now, me and my kids, we have our differences sometimes. But as a parent, I have never gotten to the point where I'm so angry with my kids or they did something that I don't like so much that I don't care about their safety and well-being. And it's as if Charles do not care. He cares about the firm. He cares about if Harriet will show up and mess up something that him and his horse is doing. Like if Harry decide to go for a bike ride at 5,000 miles away, that's not going to mess up something him and his horse doing. Harry and Meghan could, if they go to lunch together, that's it for them. It don't matter what they having. That's it. Shut it down. So I don't understand where they're coming from. But I just thought about that. When I saw all that security in New York, I said to myself, New York cares more about Harry than his own family. And then they expect him to come back over there and cut a ribbon for them. It is the most disgusting thing I ever heard of in my life. And that's why I said they are vipers. They're not people. They are lizard. They are. You remember, it's a movie where people were walking around and they looked like they were regular people, but then when they got out of their clothes, they were lizard people. I'm feeling maybe them people over there are lizard people. Because how can you not care about your child's safety, no matter how angry you are? And he didn't care anything about Harry. He let that be known, or Archie, and he definitely doesn't care anything about Meghan. And it's very, very sad to see. And I'm telling you, I bet Harry feels that. But let's go on because we have so much. We have so much to talk about. Okay. I found this in Newsweek, and James Crawford Smith wrote it. And you know what? They are starting to come around over there at Newsweek. because I have another article later on by Jack Royston, and he absolutely, this is his second piece, screaming to the into the void for Charles and William to stop being tone deaf and do something about the situation with Harry. But of course, William and Charles are going to continue to be tone deaf. William going to come over here and try to set up a charity that's going to flippity flippity flop because people are not interested in nothing that he is peddling. He has a whole country over there. I mean, it's ridiculous. But I found this in Newsweek, and like I said, James Crawford Smith, and it says Prince Harry arrives in New York for dinner with European Queen. Yes, yes, Harry is with the queens. He was with Queen Matilda of the Belgians, and he's also gonna be with the Queen of Lesotho. And Harry was with all kinds of people. But let's go on and read. It said Prince Harry kicks off a multi-day working visit to New York City on Sunday, where he attended a dinner hosted by the World Health Organization highlighting violence against children and its impact on mental health. Harry is a dignitary, a global citizen. He is. And like I said, I bet you, mm, we won't see William at all this week. He's gonna be drunk, my opinion, drunk all week, trying to cope, and he's trying to find some peace at the bottom of a bottle, and you know it. And I was looking closer at those pictures when he went to the RAF graduation. He has dark circles under his eyes. He either is not sleeping or drinking or a combination of both. He looks horrible. But let's go on. It says Prince was not the most senior royal in attendance, as the event also played host to Queen Matilda of Belgium, who was accompanied by the country's prime minister, Alexander de Croo. See, Harry and William had that one event. That's why he folded. He knew he just could not compete. When Harry dropped them accolades like a boss would do, and announcing that he was coming, William knew that he had to fold. And Harry has hit the ground running. It says Harry and Matilda was photographed greeting each other with the customary kiss on the cheek. At the event, the royals both attended a number of key ceremonies and meetings over the years since the Queen's husband, King Philip, came to the Belgian throne in 2013. And I'll tell you something else I thought when I saw the pictures coming out of that. And if you heard that rattling, that's my dog and his collar. For some reason, he has to make his presence be known. But anyway, but I'll tell you what I was thinking when I saw Harry with Queen Matilda. I was thinking about that horse over there in the UK. Queen Matilda looks so regal. She looks like a queen. And there, the UK's queen drunk on the streets of Scotland. It's sad. It is sad. It's sad when they could have had Diana, Queen Diana, and Diana wouldn't have let the British people down. She wouldn't have been up to no nonsense like that. All I can say. I'm just saying. Most recent, both King and Queen was present beside the world's royals and Harry at the coronation of King Charles. See, they have to bring that in. And I would be ashamed of it because those two, Charles and Camilla, to me, are an embarrassment. They're an embarrassment. I don't see why the British people continue to tolerate it. They are embarrassing. They are embarrassing. And then when William come into when he takes the throne, he's gonna be over here in America so much the British people are not gonna even know that they have a king because he gonna be over here trying to give us some charity. Cannot with these people. It said Harry is distantly related to Belgium royal family through Queen Victoria, and they go on through to that. And basically, and this is a running theme through all of the reporting today, trying to insinuate something is going on between Harry and Meghan because Meghan is not there. And it says the prince's wife Meghan Markle is not to not believed to have accompanied him on the trip. And like I said, you go to the fair, you go to the mirror, you go to all the rags, and they trying to say, well, Megan's not there. Megan's not there. Well, let me tell you and school you about power couples. And we have quite a few. And y'all have quite a few. But I don't understand why the standards are different from for Meghan and Harry. Power couples are that power couple. They're powerful together. They come together and do things, and then they do things separately. They have their own gigs, they have their own interests, they have their own way of making money. That's what a power couple is. It means both of them are powerful and they both go off and do things. Megan, it's no telling what she's doing. And plus, also, she also knows when to step back and let Harry have the lead. And Harry knows when to step back and let Megan have the lead. You remember when she did that panel? It was somewhere in Texas, and Harry was in the audience. And he didn't make it about him. He went there to support her, but he stepped back and let her have the lead. And then it is so many occasions where he has not been there. I think it was what is it? Those awards where she wore that beige off the shoulder. I think it was what is the name of that award? The Gracie Award. I think that's the name of it. And she attended it by herself because it wasn't about him. It was about her. And I mean, but they know better. They just do this nonsense to have something. They can't pick anything else apart, so they have to find something that they can hang their head on, something that they can be stupid about. And but Harry, later on we're gonna talk about it. Harry absolutely completely squashed all that with just one swipe. All right, let's go on. It says, and then it talked about how he was gonna be there to sit on and have meetings with the Diana Awards, and of course they had to mention William because he is part of the Diana Awards, which okay, okay. And then they also talked about about the Halo Trust that he was gonna also have that later on today, but of course, all that has happened, and they went through all the stuff that he is going to be doing, but then they had to bring up Earthlock. I mean, every time they when they write an article about Harry, if it is favorable or unfavorable, They have to bring the rest of that family in because people don't read anything with their name on it. In order for them to get any kind of information out about them, they have to tuck it in with Harry and Meghan articles. I rarely read an article that Harry and Meg about Harry and Meghan that they don't slip in William or Kate or Charles or or his horse. They do that, and that's what they did in this article. But I'm not reading it, and so and so I'm gonna put pictures of this is the panel for the Diana Awards. It said Prince Harry spoke on a panel at the Corco, I guess Corcorda, Concordia. I think that's it. Concordia, that's it. Concordia Summit. So, and here's a picture of it. And Harry was just very complimentary to the winners of the Diana Awards. And he said that, looking at them, the young people really give him hope that, how did he put it? Let's see, how did he put it? He said, I applaud you for your certainty at your age and to be on the stage, to have the confidence that you do and to be able to speak clearly as passionately as you do. And he said, I know that my mom would be incredibly proud of you guys, not just you, but all of the award winners. Yes, he was just really, really complimentary to them. And so they had a really great discussion. And then he went over to another meeting or another panel with the Halo Trust. And I found this in People. And it says Prince Harry says much has changed in his life since retracing Princess Diana's footsteps through the minefields in 2019. And they have. Because I think in 2019, on that very trip when he retraced them, he told them then that he would not be bullied into playing their games. That is the very same trip that him and Meg was on, and they also told them they was going to sue them until they could not sue them anymore. So yes, a lot has changed, but a lot has stayed the same because these people have continued to hound them, to smear them, and to pursue them. They have. But like I said, I still sense something changing. It's changing. But William, and you can tell that the royal family do not want it to change. They want to keep going. They are tone deaf. But it is certain elements in the press who are starting to say, no, it's time to make a change here. This is not working. But let's read a little bit of this. It said the Duke of Sussex spoke of becoming a father for the second time as he addressed the Halo Trust, a charity his mother also famously supported. Prince Harry is making his mark in New York City for charities closely associated to Princess Diana's legacy. On September the 23rd, the Duke of Sussex 40 stepped out for events supporting Halo Trust, the humanitarian group which is at work in over 30 countries and territories around the world to clear landmines and debris of war, gaining international acclaim when the late Princess Diana walked through the active minefield in Angola in 1997 to call for an international ban. And when she did that, they ridiculed her. They did. Not only did the press skewer and wrote all kinds of nasty things saying that was political. She didn't have no business doing that. Who does she think she is? And also the government did that. So everybody was against that, against her doing that. And I think she has proven everybody right. Her legacy has proven everybody right. Look at, I mean, almost 30 years on, she is looked upon as a icon for all the work that she did, everything that she did, her work with HIV/AIDS when it wasn't popular to do, with landmines when it was not popular to do. You know, I think about Diana, Princess of Wales, what she would think about Catherine, Princess of Wales. I don't think she would think too much of her because, in comparison, what did what was William thinking? You would think that he would get someone more like his mother, and he got somebody more like his stepmother. But I don't think she drank like Camilla. But I mean, just empty headed. Cause what has Camilla ever done? I just don't even I don't know. But look at the legacy that Diana left behind. That is goes on to this day. Nothing that Camilla could ever do, has done, will go on. Now she'll go in the history books as being the king's horse, but that's it. She ain't did nothing of any kind of significance, and neither has Kate. Diana was uniquely beautiful and extraordinary at the same time. And those two, now Kate is pretty. Camilla, not so much. Especially since she got got cancer. She has really improved. I'm just saying. But yeah, those two in comparison. Wow. But it says the Halo Trust notes that the countless of thousands of lives that have been saved by 1997 global landmine ban and follows the princess visit and her son Harry's has continued her legacy through involvement with the Halo Trust. As his mother named the legacy surround this work was mentioned at the September 23rd event in New York City, Prince Harry looked visibly moved. Harry's mother was an extraordinary woman. She was. Look at her legacy. And Charles rather had the horse because his ego was so fragile that he couldn't take it. He couldn't handle a woman who actually had some substance to her. And now he got that. He'd rather put that on the throne. It's disgraceful and it's disgusting. All right. And also at the Halo Awards, Senator Coots, who accompanied Harry, you remember when Harry went on that African trip? I think it was for the African parks. Senator Coots was with him then. And so he said this. He said, Prince Harry, thank you for your leadership, for your heart, for your vision, for sustaining the legacy of your mother, and for inspiring a whole new generation. And this person who posted said how wonderful it is to see Senator Coots and global leaders appreciate the impact work this week. The impact work of Harry, giving Harry his flowers. He deserved all of them. I think of Harry, and Harry is on the world stage not because of who he is, because it's plenty of people who are princes. And look at Andrew. Andrew was a prince, he was spared, but he never really did anything with it. Harry earned his spot when he was standing there with the um, with all these other dignitaries there. The Prime Minister of Belgium, the World Health Organization CEO or president, all these people. He earned his spot there. Now Queen Matilda didn't earn her spot, but she seems like she is a woman of substance and she's really trying to do something. How is Kate gonna compete with that? How is Kate gonna compete with that? I mean, I the world changed on her and Camilla. It changed. They thought all they needed to do was to bag the men, and they could just pretty much skate, go cut some ribbons, and and pretend like they were doing some busy work. But in actuality, nowadays, queens and kings have to show results. This is what we're doing to help the people. Look at Queen Letizia of Spain. She is all over the place. And the I forgot Maxima, Queen Maxima of I think it's of Denmark. She's all over the place. She has a role at the UN. I mean, you just can't be anymore because people start looking at you like, you know, they treat you like you are an empty vessel. I'm just saying. Let's go on. And then, here, Harry is that the way Harry works a crowd. Harry has that personality. He does. Harry has personality to give away. He has so much. His cup overflows with the personality. And there he is working the room. I love it. It said Harry and Will, they ate, I fear. Yes, yes, they had. You can tell they are having fun. Harry's able to be that guy that's at ease. He's just that dude, and I love it. All right, this one right here says, "I'm so happy for James Holt." And James Holt was he worked for Harry now. He was in Harry's communication office when they was in Kensington Palace. And he sided with Harry and Meghan. And when Harry and Meghan decided they was gonna get up out of there, James went right along with him. He packed his family up, and they went right along with him. And also, Harry's security guy, who had been his security guy since he was a young kid, a teenager. He packed up and left with Harry too. That should tell you what kind of person Harry is. That these people would pack their family up and follow him to California. And they have not been disappointed either, have they? They have not. And there he is, there's James. And where he would have been stuck in that office with William coming in there with his bad mood and bad temper and making no money, that now here he is with Harry doing big things and making money. And I think he is like the co-president or something like that of Archwell. Yeah, yeah. So I'm happy for him too. He said, "I'm so happy for James Hall, from an underpaid royal communication personnel to a co-CEO of an active and trailblazing foundation meeting dignitaries. He had a vision and foresight, and he's on the right side of history." I am happy for him too. It's a meet and greet of the big wigs of global leaders. And there he is. There James is right there in the mix. And those other ones are still stuck back there, making mediocre mistakes like they did over there in Aberdeen. Yeah, I love it for James. All right. All right, and here's a picture of Harry when he went back and tracked in his mother's footsteps. And like I said, they crucified her about doing that. But yet, and still, history has proven Diana right. You know, I often think about what if Diana had lived and became queen? It would have been Queen Diana. And if they had some vision in that place, it would have been Diana, Meghan, and unfortunately Mumbles McButtons. But they, what two extraordinary women would have been there, and they could have helped her along if she hadn't have been so adversarial towards other women as she is. If she was a girl's girl, just think about what those three women could have done. Two, three women who could achieve. I mean, it would have been unmatched in any royal household to have three women like that. Three, you know, two exceptional and one they dragging along. It would have been great. But I digress. This says, in September 2019, Prince Harry walked through the minefields of Angola while visiting the Halo Trust, a land mine clearance charity, demonstrating his commitment to keeping his mother legacy alive. And he has done a great job. Let's think back what William did. Now William does work with the Diana Awards, but he also gets on TV and calls his mom paranoid. Now you do that too, and try to call her crazy. He does that too. And he also knows that his behavior towards his brother would probably be break his mom's heart, but he still does it. He's over here seeking patents. I'm just saying. All right. And you know the big thing is uh Meghan is not there. Meghan is not there. Meghan is not there. Something's going on with the marriage. They don't want to be together, blah, 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 blah. Well, this came out in People. It says Meghan Markle, Archie, and Lilibeth before taking the stage of NYC. Despite the jam packed schedule, Harry made time to FaceTime his family, a moment that one recipient of the Diana Award described to People as so sweet. Now, shut up now. Shut up. Megan is not there because she's with her children and she is working. It's not that she don't love her husband. It's not that she's not supporting her husband. And it's not that her husband doesn't love her. But this is how power couples move. But they just want to have something to talk about. And this right here is a picture of him FaceTiming with them. It says Prince Harry was on FaceTime with Meghan, Prince Archie, and Princess Elizabeth before he went on stage. So many great moments, and this week long trip just started. I know, I know, I know. All right, let's go on. Now, that is all I'm going to talk about for New York. Because I got other stuff I want to talk about. Some of this nonsense I want to push back on. That's some things that happen and we're going to talk about. Now, y'all remember, I think it was like last week or was it week before, Misan Harriman came out and made the announcement that his picture of Harry and Meghan was going to be in the National Gallery of Portraits. And everybody was like, yay, congratulations, congratulations. Well, this came out today. It says London's natural, London's National Portrait Gallery, where Kate is the patron, mothballs image of Harry and Meghan just months after acquiring it. Basically, what they're saying, you'll be able to see the picture online, but they're not going to feature it. It says the National Portrait Gallery has said it won't put up a picture of Prince Harry and Meghan that is required it acquired earlier this year. The black and white image by photographer Misan Harriman, a friend of the Sussexes, was taken when the couple attended the opening of the One Young World Summit in Manchester 2 years ago, after they dramatically quit royal life and moved to California. But last night, a spokesman for the gallery, whose patron is the Princess of Wales, said the portrait of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex was acquired for the gallery's photograph collection in May 2024. It comes after, let's see, uh, Mr. Harrell is what had to say. It comes after the mayor revealed that the royal collection has no photographs of Meghan in its vast archives, or more than 1 million objects. Mr. Harriman is a globally celebrated celebrity and social photographer who became the first black man to shoot the cover of British Vogue in a magazine. Uh, what is that? In 104-year history? Ugh, that's I don't see why they even put that in there because to me it's embarrassing. You mean it took you 104 years to get one black man to shoot a picture? How embarrassing is that? A national portrait gallery let's see, holds one of the world's largest collections of portraits, but its patron Kate has no say of which is added to the collection. There was rumors last year that the princess was secretly pleased when the controversial portrait of her painted by artist, they said the artist's name, uh, Emosley, was removed from public view. But basically, uh, they accepted it. They bought the portrait, the picture, but now they said that they're going to display it online, but they're not going to display it in the gallery. And their pettiness has no bounds. It really doesn't. And it's really, really sad. And then, they said they don't have any pictures of Meghan in the royal collection. Well, boo hoo. Who cares? There's plenty of pictures of Meghan all over the place. And if you think history is going to forget Meghan, I have a bridge to sell you in California, in San Francisco. It's golden. History is not, Meghan do not have to worry about if her picture is in the royal collection or not. History is not going to forget her, and history is going to be very, very kind. All right, let's go on. This is about Prince Harry's visa. It has come out. Well, we talked about this, 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, where they said it was closed. Well, here is more information about that. It says Prince Harry U.S. visa application should remain private, judge rules. Well, and we kind of knew that. It says the Duke of Sussex U.S. visa application should remain private, despite him admitting that he took drugs. Ain't that something? The Duke of Sussex U.S. visa application should remain private, despite him admitting taking drugs in his memoir, a judge has ruled. Harry's reference of taking cocaine, marijuana, and psychedelic mushrooms in his book Spare prompted they would just they look for any little thing to persecute him with. But this judge said that just like anything else, like your medical records and all of that is supposed to stay private unless you personally decide to release it. And I'm telling you, they want to know what Prince Harry's status is. They want to know if he has a green card or has he become a citizen. Wouldn't it be something if Prince Harry go and vote? Vote in the election. What? Because I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. It said the Heritage Foundation brought the lawsuit against the Department of Homeland Security as a Freedom of Information Act request was rejected, with the think tank claiming it was of immense public interest. Judge Nichols went on to say that public interest in disclosing of Harry's immigration records is outweighed by the Duke's privacy interest. So shut up and sit down. Take several seats. Heritage Foundation and that little weasel, Nigel Gardner. All right. And next up is y'all remember this right here where Jack Royston um wrote about how the crowd reaction for Prince Harry uh, when he came out of the St. Paul Cathedral on the 10th anniversary of Invictus. And, they had the Thanksgiving service. And he went out there in this big crowd, and this person posted it on TikTok, and it went viral, and it got 112 likes and over 1.2 million views. And Jack Royston wrote this article about it, trying to get Charles and them to understand they need to do something. Well, he done wrote another one. It says Prince Harry and Meghan's crowd go viral after William mocked. Yes, he did. He wrote that. He is trying to tell them something. Y'all remember in the movie Color Purple, God is trying to tell you something. Jack Royston is trying to tell the royal family something, but they are not listening. And it says footage of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry being cheered by crowds in England has gone viral after Prince William's trip to Scotland caught the attention of the anti monarchy campaigners. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex drew scores of fans during a walkabout in Brighton in October 2018, several months after their wedding day, and it was there that they joined their joint visit to Sussex, the southern English county from which their titles are drawn, and they met cheering supporters near Brighton Pavilion, which was once a royal residence. Fans of the couple shared the footage that on the same day that Prince William visited Aberdeen in Scotland, with little fanfare sparking mockery and anti-monarchy um, tweet accounts. Footage showed the Sussex being hit by a volley of flash guns, and crowds cheering went viral on TikTok. And it was like almost 10,000 times and viewed 155,000 times. It was posted with the message, they will tell you fake stories that the UK public hates Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, but only Harry and Meghan can pull these crowds and standing ovation. Yes, he did. He said the royal family refused to do their job, but they are also jealous of the ones who do it better than them. He wrote that. And I kept, you know what I said. I've been saying this every now and then. These kind of articles are starting to pop up, and is they're being written by people that you wouldn't expect that would write them. It started happening around 2 or 3 months ago, after Columbia, and he unwrote another one. I'm just saying, William and Charles are in trouble, and they're tone deaf to it. Their egos and their self centeredness won't allow them to see that the rats are starting to jump off of the sinking boat. I'm just saying. All right, and next is two pictures I want to share of Prince Harry. This is backstage, right? Right before they went on stage for the Diana Awards. Look at Prince Harry. He is just, I don't know. He is, ain't no telling what he's telling them, but they're just giggling and laughing. Ugh. And look at this. Look at that smile. Don't you love him? And and the squatties was having a debate on X, formerly known as Twitter. One squatty said, I got to say it. Now y'all hold my hand while I'm saying it, but I think it's time. And the other one said, don't you say it. And she said, yeah, I think it's I think it's time. And they were talking about it was time for Harry to shave his hair off. And one squatty said, well, he still got some on at the front and on the back. What do y'all think? What do y'all think, Squad? Is it time for Harry to shave his head? I don't know. I'm gonna put this picture where they posted with Harry, how Harry would look with his head shaved, and y'all tell me what you think. But they was having the funniest exchange. I was so tickled, laughing at them, going back and forth with each other. No, 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 no. Yeah, it's time. It's time. I love it. I'm gonna say, I don't think it's time yet. That's my vote. Y'all tell me what y'all vote is in the. But he looks pretty good with a shaven head. I don't know. I don't know. But Harry gonna hold on to his three little hairs as long as he can. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. And I saw this and I just thought, this is just the way I feel. When I see Harry making his moves, being the boss that he is, I'd be like a proud mom, and this says, me watching Princess Diana's baby boy holding court among the top movers and shakers in the world. I don't know, and I will probably never meet him, but I am so proud of him and Meghan. He's done so much, even with the unrelenting wrath of the UK and Australian turn on him. Proud mom. I know it. I see Harry. I be proud of him. I do. I'm so proud of him. And he was holding court today. He is moving and shaking and being the boss that we know he is. And I love it. And I love seeing it. And I hope the people over across the pond in their palaces, I really hope they got the cover over their head right now. I hope they crying and holding their stomach. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. Y'all know when y'all see this, it's time for me to say goodbye. And tell Harry, don't forget, they got the knives out for you, Harry. Don't forget that. And do not eat them people's food. See y'all later. Bye.